Hello everyone, I am Summer Potter, and I just discovered a detail in the Piggy end credits that adds to my bunny's evil fury. I'm also going to be adding a few other details I noticed that add to the fury after I made the original video, and some points I disagree with now after new evidence has come to light. Before I start, I would like to quickly say that the new Piggy chapter was great. I loved the fact that the survivor endings were unsatisfactory and the savior endings were still a bit unsatisfactory in the sense that we didn't get answers to any of our questions. It was way more of an ending to this sort of game. And I want to quickly say my personal favorite ending was the Tiger Savior ending. Not because I was happy, it was probably the most tragic, but it felt like a proper conclusion to this game, and at least it made use of the insolence. Looking at you, Savior Willow ended. But anyways, on to the video. In the cutscene, we see Bunny and Mr. P in the hospital, but something's off about Bunny. She is missing her eye patch. Just to make sure that her eye patch didn't go all the way around in the first place, even though it wouldn't function well as an eye patch if so. We can see, and as shown in the Bunny NPC, we can see that her eye patch has always gone all the way around her head. Now you may be asking, how does this make Bunny evil? Well, it means she lost her eye during the infection, most likely due to a scratch as shown in her infected skin. This means she must have got infected beforehand and didn't tell us. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, Summer, that doesn't prove anything. That might just be how she gets infected. And that is certainly a plausible idea. If it weren't for in the true ending, it says she got infected in the hospital. Quote from the true ending. Before we could do more research, the hospital we were at was raided, and Bunny was attacked. I gave her another rushed cure, thinking it would save her. Now, I know what some people are going to say, well, Summer, that doesn't improve anything. That might just be how she got infected. And that would be a plausible idea, if it weren't for the true ending. Quote from the true ending. Before we could do more research, the hospital we were at was raided, and Bunny was attacked. I gave her another rushed cure, thinking it would save her. This, plus the fact she didn't show signs of the infection until hours after the hospital was raided, and Zizzy showed signs of the infection just a few minutes in, makes me believe that there was some other source keeping her from getting infected. I also have another thing I noticed after making the first video. In a temple map savior ending, we see Bunny, and she says, "You're awake!" repeating what she said in the hospital. But I noticed something was off. Bunny was the only one talking when two characters more important to the story and the player's life were right there. I thought it was fanservice at first, as Bunny is a fan favourite character. But then I realised infected don't talk. And now with the distraction chapter, we know both Sissy and Doggy are practically for sure infected. Then the only one we're not really sure about is Bunny. It's almost like Bunny isn't infected. Now, before I go on to the part of the video where I talk about some things I no longer see as evidence, I am going to be talking about another idea I have to do with Bunny. I believe Bunny is going to show up in True Ending, possibly as a True Ending skin. One of the leaks we've gone for Piggy's True Ending is a beaten heart. The first thing I noticed is that the colour around the heart it's black. Just like most of the creatures in the Insolence. So I think it narrows it down to one of the Insolence creatures. The next thing I noticed is that the colour of the heart is white. It isn't a usual colour for hearts to be white. It's usually red or pink. But Bunny has a white and black eye. The colours match perfectly. And I'm not sure if that's the case for other skins. And I know this isn't much of a theory, more of an idea, but It's something to keep in mind while trying to find the true ending. At least is something I think we should keep in mind. Now, on to the section where I talk about evidence I no longer disagree with in the theory. And this section is probably going to be a lot shorter than the other sections, because it's just basically what I disagree with. It's not, and to be honest, I still think a lot of the theory holds up, so I don't really disagree with much in it. The first thing I don't agree with is that I don't think the message was for Bunny. I think it's for sure Budgie even, not Bunny, as it takes place on Budgie's boat, and I can't see the message going to Bunny unless it was through unless the radio broadcast was to everyone, and then it was for Bunny to decode or whatever. But as it stands right now, I think it was for Budgie. The second thing is, I don't think the line was talking about Zizzy, and was trying to say Zizzy wasn't affected. The line I'm talking about is Zizzy will never speak. I really don't know where it says. I do think it says Z. I'm almost 100% sure it says Z. Like, it could be Zizzy, could be Zuzi. I'm really not sure on that one. But I still don't think it means Zizzy is not a culprit. I do think Zizzy is definitely not a culprit to be the new member of the Insolence thing. And to be honest, that's all I really have to say. I hope you enjoyed the video. Goodbye.